You know, I'm kind of ambivalent to the words New World Order. I mean, on one side of things, yes, it was a phrase that President Bush Sr. once said during one of his, I don't know, insomniac and caffeined out moments when he was put in front of the camera. Doesn't necessarily mean anything, all right? Politicians say things that they don't actually mean. And the context of things were said during that particular presentation and the context of the here and now and today are two completely different things. So in the here and now today, with all the mass paranoia we've got because of the economic decline, people are thinking that, oh my God, this was like portents for the fucking future. But I asked myself, was it really portents for the future? Was it that Mr. George Bush himself was doing something that's designed to destroy us all? I can't believe that the theories surrounding the New World Order have any validity at all. I mean, let's just have a look, just an objective, calm look at the things which make up the ideas surrounding the New World Order. Firstly, there's the Malthusian catastrophe, a thoroughly discredited theory that humankind is going to reach some kind of ultimate maximum, all right, and then it's going to crash and humans are going to de-evolve into like primitive creatures who can only like live underground and hunt with clubs. It's a very discredited theory, very discredited indeed. All right, there's all kinds of different arguments, but the greatest argument is that humankind has some kind of knack of steadily and surely overcoming problems and obstacles. So the Malthusian catastrophe itself is probably not going to happen anyway. The second idea surrounding the New World Order, which is like one of those, massive commandments, those things that people who are fanatical believers in the New World Order concept have to go along with. And that's the idea that global warming is not real. And that this is just some kind of like mass hysteria that we're all being given to bring us all steadily and surely into line one step further so that we can be controlled by the massive, what do they call it? Military-industrial complex, or something like that. Well, these conspiracy theorists hold that it's the sun changing temperature which is affecting the climate. Well, yeah, maybe that happens on a cyclical basis. Maybe that does happen. I'm not saying it doesn't. But what I am saying is all of the science does not support the theory that purely changes on the surface of the sun is affecting the surface of the earth. The science is pointing in a completely different direction. And any scientific papers which corroborate the theory that it is merely the temperature of the sun which is causing this global warming phenomenon have not only been discredited, but are lousy science and not to be trusted. You see, these people who believe in the New World Order have this habit of not doing enough research, not getting enough information, and not thinking about the information that they're given. Naturally, I can understand that when someone comes along on the camera or on the radio and speaks with great anger and great passion and at a great rate, covering lots of different subjects and never going into any of them with sufficient depth because they themselves don't have enough information. But, they present in a certain way. It's very easy to get emotionally controlled, mind controlled by the people doing these presentations. I was there a little while ago, okay? I know what it's like to be where you are. But now I'm not brainwashed anymore because I've done the research, all right? Now, if you were to sit back and you were to think, what is this New World Order? Well, just look around you, for crying out loud. This new world order is in the tea that you buy, the coffee that you drink. This new world order is in the electricity bill that you're paying to listen to me talk right now. The new world order is the world. It's life, right? And that's if it's anything at all. And you know what that means? There's only one way for you to escape the new world order, and that's to kill yourself. Go on, do it. Fuck you. But of course, I'm just joking when I say that, and I want to make that perfectly clear. You see, you can't escape the New World Order, because you are the New World Order, because the New World Order is the world. You know, the New World Order is just life. The New World Order is you. The New World Order is the table that your computer sits on. The New World Order is your mobile phone network. The New World Order is your life. You want to fight against it? You want to fight against everything that exists in your world? And what would happen if you did? The madness that you're going through. This madness, if it spreads further and further throughout the world, could possibly be something which could cause a Malthusian catastrophe. Think about that. It's like you're sitting there thinking, wouldn't it be great if none of us had electricity or gas or any amenities at all, and like no fresh drinking water and no food that we can get to with great ease, and what in the name of all that's holy are you thinking of? These things that make up your survival, they are what you call the New World Order. These things make up our survival. They allow our population to grow. They allow us to survive. You shouldn't even think about trying to escape these things. Maybe you could learn to live within them in a more moral, intelligent, spiritual way. But to try and fight against it, I mean, what is the matter with you? Come on, just tell me leave some comments, okay? What is the matter with you? I mean, at some point in the future, once, the third world has started to become less of a developing nation and more of a developed nation, a few decades down the line, yes, the United Nations might have to take more of a leadership role over the rest of the world. So yes, we are moving to a variety of consensus-based one world government. But on the other hand, that's consensus-based, and democracy means you're allowed to disagree, and that's the way it's going to be forever. Don't be paranoid that there's some microchip somewhere on some computer that in some inaccessible place that's storing every single one of your phone conversations. Because essentially, nothing is going to happen. You can still publish on the internet. You are on the internet publishing and rating every single thing that you do. If any of this stuff is being tracked, and I'm beginning to think it's less likely that it is being tracked, who gives a flying fuck? Realistically, who gives a flying fuck? Alright? Because what you can do is you can go straight to your newspapers, you can go straight to the magazines, and you can get a story published. Alright? You can set up a business publishing whatever you see fit. You can use this tool that's been given you by the military-industrial complex called the Internet to get some public support. And you can fight against any cause that seems to be causing a problem. But we live within this system that you call the New World Order so that you can do these things rather than just planting rice in a rather soggy field and potentially getting some kind of like worm creature crawling into your foot and killing you. All right? You're living a better life than you would be otherwise because of everything that you want to try and rebel against. When are you going to grow up? Just stop doing this fucking waking up thing and start doing the growing up thing. All right? It's the 21st century, and you can enjoy the technology and the science you've been given. You've been given this technology and science by the people you're rebelling against. Get real.